Week 3, Saturday, the wiles of the devil. So this is Ephesians 6:10-13. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his power. Put on the whole armour of God, so that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For our struggle is not against enemies of blood and flesh, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers of this present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places. Therefore, take up the whole armour of God, so that you may be able to withstand on that evil day, and, having done everything, to stand firm. Along with many Christians around the world today, Paul knew all too well that he was in a costly battle for his faith. He wrote those words from prison, and perhaps with few other distractions on offer, he used the armour and weapons of the Roman guard next to him to meditate on discipleship as active combat. Be strong in the Lord. The first priority is to have a right confidence in God and his power. But there are tough realities to be faced in this world. One of them is the presence of evil. There has been much debate about what Paul is actually teaching here. He rather assumes that his readers will understand. For Paul, evil powers are active in the world, resisting its transformation in the love of God. Their final defeat is assured, but until that day, we must stand firm and know the weapons of our faith. There are two dangers, one of which is to see evil everywhere and seek no other explanation. Some religious groups fall into this trap. Jesus confronted evil directly, but not in any and every situation where he found himself. The other danger is to refuse to see evil at all and to seek any other explanation. It has been said that the devil's cleverest wile is to convince us that he does not exist. There are limits to therapeutic, political and social theories as ways of explaining what we find in this world. Sophistication can be another form of naivety. The word evil attaches to some things quite easily, such as child abuse, terrorism or war. We also stereotype evil. Hollywood villains are instantly recognisable by their sinister appearance and manic laugh. So I like the manic laughs, it's one of my things. In a film, it is clear who is good and who is bad, usually. This means we can maintain a respectable distance from a world where evil remains so destructively present. But our diagnosis does not go deep enough. In his study of evil in human life, The People of the Lie, psychotherapist M. Scott Peck noted that what he most wanted to call evil was not found in the mind or behaviour of the evidently extreme disordered personalities. It was found among people who looked and sounded completely respectable and reasonable, until he realised what they were actually saying and doing. Evil masquerades as light, 2 Corinthians 11:14, and presents itself under the appearance of good. The devil is described by Jesus as the father of lies, John 8:44. Evil is an active resistance to what is true, hence the title of Dr. Peck's book, The People of the Lie. It is a fundamental orientation to falsity. In their baptism, Christians publicly make two very serious commitments that flow from their commitment to follow Christ. They are asked, do you reject the devil and all rebellion against God? And do you renounce the deceit and corruption of evil? Christian living includes a commitment to the active resistance of evil. When we pray, deliver us from evil, in the Lord's Prayer, we are not asking for a private escape from this world. We are praying to be people who do not live the lie, and are thus part of the turning of the world from falsity to truth. I remember discussing this with a friend who was off work with chronic back pain. At the time, he was employed by an international publishing company whose approach to business and the treatment of employees was plainly ruthless. I remember saying to him, "This is evil. You are working in a place whose values and behaviour are destructive of every Christian and human value." We prayed, "Deliver us from evil," and a sense of release followed. The naming of evil for what it was itself freeing and strengthening, as my friend returned to work as a Christian in a corporate culture that many were finding unbearable. So, put on the whole armour of God, says Paul. Be fully equipped. The armour he describes, breastplate, shield, helmet and so on, covers a soldier's front, It acts as protection for what we are facing. In the presence of evil and its destructive grip on so much human living, Christian presence in the world is offensive. Thoughts for reflection. Prayerfully imagine or mime putting on the armour of God, found in Ephesians 6:14-17, and take confidence in it. See you tomorrow.